this game by those rules. We got to the 290, and so now we should have had a vote 3 weeks ago on a Thursday. On a Tuesday, it was set for a hearing by the committee. In essence, took it off of the calendar, brought it to the committee, and if you listen to the testimony that was given, there was a lot of self-serving comments that were made on the record to make it sound like everybody was in support of fixing this. But in reality, they weren't bashful in identifying that what they did is they took this vote in order to take it off the calendar so that it would not be voted. Very frustrating, and very frustrating in the fact that in 20 years haven't been able to get a hearing. So this hearing could have happened 2 years ago. It could have happened 2 months ago. Instead, it happened 3 weeks ago or so in order to kill this bill from moving forward. Talk a little bit about what that legislative process is and the frustrations of trying to move a piece of legislation that clearly has the recognition that something's wrong with it. 305 co-sponsors on it tell you, and bipartisan, show you that there's a serious problem here. But in reality, we're not getting it done because of what?
So Pat, you're exactly right that this has sort of been a cat and mouse game. We get the 290 co-sponsors. They come in and try and stop the clock on us. We get to within days of this bill being called for a vote on the House floor. They then circumvent the process and go bring it up in a committee where they killed the bill. I want to stop there for just a minute, because during the committee discussion on the bill, as they're sitting there saying, "Oh, we can't do this," what they were saying is that it was going to cause bankruptcy of the Social Security system, and that it was going to take revenues from people effectively that didn't deserve it, and give funds, back to the people that have been victimized by windfall elimination, government pension offset. What they failed to mention was that this is your money. You have paid into the system, and you just explained how this disadvantages or adversely affects people. But look, I'll give you another example of that, Pat. Let's say that you and I both decided that we were going to be security guards. We were going to be private security guards. In 20 years of our life, you and I worked side by side. We made the exact same amount of money. We paid the exact same into Social Security. And then I decided at that point, you know what? I'm going to stop working. I'm going to stop working. You went on to be 10 years as a sheriff's deputy, 10 more years as a sheriff's deputy. So keep in mind, you and I paid exact same amount of money into Social Security for the exact same time, exact same salary. Whenever we go to retire, I'm going to make up numbers here just for give an example. Let's say that my Social Security benefits are $1,200 a month. Yours may be $800, maybe $700. Even though we worked the same period of time, we paid the same amount of money. That is defunding police. That is discriminating against law enforcement and teachers and firefighters and other people that are underpaid, that are overworked, and sacrifice much. And so it's wrong. So where we are now, as we continue to play this cat and mouse game, we said, okay, you're going to do that. We're going to file a discharge petition. We're going to use another provision in the rules that forces this bill for a vote. Under a discharge petition, if you get 218 people to sign the discharge petition, I'll repeat for the third time, we have 305 co-sponsors. If we get 218 people to sign our discharge petition, this bill is forced for a vote before the House of Representatives. So that's one path we're doing, and we're not going to stop. We're not going to back down. We're going to keep trying to run up those signatures. But there is a parallel path that's going on. After the committee voted the bill down, Congressman Rodney Davis, Congresswoman Julia Ledlow, myself, and others, we got together, had a press conference. We called out the people who killed that bill in committee, and we reminded them, it is your money. It is not their money. It is your money. And as a result, they came out in the press and said, both the chair and the ranking member of the tax writing committee came out and said that they are committed to coming up with a solution by the end of the year. So we are, while we're working that discharge petition process and trying to force this to a vote, we're also trying to hold them accountable to their own commitment to get something done by the end of the year. And of course, we have a few must-pass bills that this fix could be attached to and ultimately give you and so many others the relief that they deserve.